champions of Foodlink, where passion meets purpose.
खाना और गाना मूड पे डिपेंड होता है. So there is no mood for खाना, there is no mood for गाना. Whatever is a mood, there is a child inside me, who keeps on pushing me. आज ये, आज वो, आज ये, आज वो, आज ये, आज वो. So for me, there is no particular specific dish. Yeah, but emotion-wise, my food change. If I'm too emotional, then I would like to eat chicken lollipop in the season like this. Or maybe just sometime I'm sad, I want to eat dal khichdi. Or just dal chawal. Maybe nothing sometime. So, khana completely, it depends on the mood. What mood I am in. So my journey at Foodlink started here at Global. I'm actually feeling very nostalgic today. I'm coming here after really long time. I have learned horse riding. I love horses. And I used to do professional riding when I was in college because I was in army college. I'm a movie buff. I'm a huge Hindi, Marathi, English, some Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil. Riding bike, car and music is always there. I like mutton curry and rice to eat in the breakfast in the morning. Not the regular simple eggs and poha or idli or dosa what other people eat. So little bit weird for everybody else, but I love doing that. So my name is Onkar Samarth, and as I say, I'm a chef. I mean, you don't need to make that out that I'm a chef because I start my day with the mutton curry and rice. And born and brought up Bombay, and currently I am working with Foodlink as an executive chef for the special projects. We handle all the international destination weddings. So when I was in college, when you do hotel management in Mumbai, there is one curriculum activity called waitings, where you have to go to different caterers or hotels, and for 100-150 rupees you have to work for one night. I started that with Foodlink, and that time Foodlink used to do a lot of Mahalakshmi praise course events and all these things when I was in college. I'm talking about almost 20 years back. For me, getting into Foodlink was a biggest challenge of my life, which I think so I have achieved. Now I am working towards keep the things stable and balanced. Personally, love to cook French food. I'm trained in French food. I started my career in US and then I moved to London. And in London, I trained with couple of Michelin star restaurants and couple of chefs who are known for their French and British cuisine. So I would love to cook that French food and some British food. My favorite dish to cook is fish and chips. I never discovered that I have a quality of a chef. Never wanted to do this in my life. If not chef, I can be a good storyteller of the fact storyteller of my city or any other city, or maybe a forts of Maharashtra or history. That's one of my favorite topic to explore. When I'm not reading anything about food, these are the topic I read. You can't do this as a job. You have to do this as a passion. I mean, it's 48 degrees Celsius in the kitchen. You get cut, you get burned, you get dehydrated, you get lack of sleep, sleep deprived, headache, acidity, and still you have to stand and work. Cook is something who does cooking on the regular basis, but chef is something who cooks same thing consistently every time with the same taste and same texture. And more or less, it's like cook who takes instructions, chef who give instructions. So, huge difference. I don't think so people know much of Onkar Samarth, but Chef Onkar, I think so there are a lot of people who know Chef Onkar, and I would like to keep that reputation up. He's a disciplined, no nonsense. Outside, maybe somebody will come and say that he's adorable, he is very intelligent. Some people you see doesn't know anything, you believe them all. Because I would like to give the reciprocation same way the person expect me to be outside. And I do not give actually a damn about what people think about me as a person. But yeah, I am very particular about people thinking about how I am as a chef because that's my identity. First of all, if anybody wants to come here in the kitchen, I would like to quote one statement which Chef Manish Malhotra have done recently in one of the conference. Hold a knife, not a tweezer. वो ट्विजर लेके दो फूल डालने में कोई शेफगिरी नहीं है. I mean, you hold a knife, start from basic, like literally start from basic, and work. Give time in the kitchen. It will happen. It will happen. Pros, it's a glamorous. Cons, it's a glamorous. Since last 20 years, everything is changed. I like cleanliness a lot, hygiene. So your life evolve as well. Cons, of course, I don't get to meet my friends. Don't get to. That's normal. I mean, see, we chose it, no? So nobody put us here. We have choose this what we are doing. So I won't say con, but yeah, sometimes we feel bad about it. We are not there. I mean, if Coldplay is playing, we're in the backstage. We are not in the front stage with the glass of beer. But yeah, that's the cons, that you don't get to enjoy a lot of things. You get to see them, but not to enjoy them. So it's something similar to cameramen, no? They get to see everything, but not to enjoy. So I just take a break. When I'm too nervous, I just take a break. Maybe I'll just go in a washroom and sit alone for 5 minutes where I get my all the, when I'm stressed, usually people are here and there. I gather myself there, make a strategy, and then start with the fresh. But over a period of a time, with age, I have learned how to be calm in such a situation, not to raise a panic alarm. And of course, when I know the situation is going to get out of control and out of my hand, then I raise the alarm on time. That's the best part of this business, that if you raise alarm in time, things can get sorted out. I have 6 tattoos. So this is the latest one. 3 days. That's the knife. It's got a story. I had this Japanese knife in London. So when I came to India, somebody nicked this knife. I don't have this knife anymore. So I had a picture, and then I made a tattoo of my stolen knife in my body. The rest, everything is a drunken stunt. So no stories behind it. When I take shower, my brain works super fast. And that time I actually have created, or you can say taken, a lot of difficult calls in my life. Major decisions of my life I have taken in shower. तो पता नहीं वो पानी सिर पे गिरता है तो ऐसे थॉट प्रोसेस एकदम अलग हो जाता है. In Vietnam, I had snake. That was a very weird dish I had, and I would never like to do that again. But since I'm a chef and it was in front of me, so I was like, try karna to banta hai na. Nowadays, food is a priority. Before even entering the country, I check what are the specialties of that place, so I can go and eat. So the priorities are changed. Okay, so it's like for me, I plan my itinerary from, okay, this restaurant is good, this place is good, this place is good, this place is good. So I plan my itinerary accordingly. I make sure when I'm on holiday, I at least have 5 meals a day. We take photographs, try to look into it, try to go deeper about the ingredients. And if I have to give you an example, the Parmesan wheel, they do all risotto and all. We did that typical Malai chicken tikka in that with the tequila flambe. So just currently we did that in Barcelona. So that kind of mix and match combinations, the inspirations we took, always flavors, fragrance, textures. We do that. I love to do that. I mean, I had that there. Now I wanted to do something with there. Not exactly, of course, don't copy it, but something inspirational with the particular product. One city I cannot get out of my mind is Vienna in Austria. The architecture, the venues, and people support, the quality of ingredient what we got. By combining all these things, I think so for me, Vienna is the #1 destination I can figure. Actually, I was confused between Vienna and Cannes, which is in France, but Vienna, yes, definitely, it's Vienna in Austria. -25 डिग्रीज में गाड़ी चलाना मेरा ड्रीम था, वो आज पूरा हो गया, और वो भी इतना बड़ा ट्रक. North Pole, Svalbard, Norway, 3 chefs, and we cooked for 180 packs. I think so in 4 days approximately we did 7 meals, and it was the most challenging but beautiful experience. There was no sunset, so it was bright all the time. Your body was not aware where to sleep. When you are hungry, you don't know. And yeah, the climatical condition was so bad, windy with -27. We are not habitual of that. No matter how cover you are, end of the day we are Indian body and we feel cold. And cooking in the small kitchen in that condition, and specifically cooking on the boat on that sea where the temperature dropped down even -10 degree. So it was -37, where the coal was not even lighting up properly. The butter was not getting melted even after keeping up at the coal. And doing Indian barbecue on that was the most challenging day for our team. And I'm very happy and lucky. Happy because I got this opportunity to go there and cook for these people. I think so we were Foodlink, and we were one of the only chefs who have done this kind of event in North Pole in -27 degree. And lucky because the team never gave up on me, and they are like they like, chef, हम करेंगे, अभी आए हैं यहाँ पे तो करके ही जाएंगे, no matter what. And we served hot food to everybody. This is like a not only challenging, but this is one of the biggest achievement of my life. In my family, there are a lot of struggle stories, and I've been seeing them, I've been hearing them. Very lucky in life, very lucky. I always have an amazing people around me, and the mentors, especially mentors. So to start with, as a kid, my father was my biggest mentor. He guided me through. He just gave me one simple rule in life: do what you like. Then I've got somebody called Gary Hollyhead. He actually is the person who made me chef. I was working quite some time for Sanjeev Kapoor. He taught me business, and now my current boss Priya is teaching me how to become a gentleman. My first ever cooked meal was a poha. As I told you, like, I come from a family who have struggled a lot. So my mother and father both was working, and my mother was a banker that time, and she got late at home, and my grandfather was very old and he was hungry, and he had to take his medicines. Since he was old and sick, he couldn't do anything for him. I was 13 years old, and that time I made whatever I found. I made poha. He ate. He ate to survive, but when my mother came and she ate, she became emotional that, you know, a 13-year boy can make a perfect poha by just looking at it, not even trying or practicing it. So I call it humble poha. When I'm traveling, my boss makes sure she's got a number of my mother. My mother got a number. She makes sure, like, the mother needs anything, should I send something? Even my colleague like Ketan, Sonia, they're like, Tuja, we'll take care of it. So that's like very emotional, and I do the same thing with them. Of course, we are a small team, so very connected to each other. I think so that's the best part about Foodlink and this team, that I know someone on the other is there if I'm not there. If you want to eat a good pav bhaji, you should go to Maji Sagar, which is at Tardev. There is this place called Cafe Colony at Hindu Colony. It's still my go-to place for my omelette pav and keema pav. Pancham Puri, it's in VT. I love that place for puri and bhaji. Asian is my favorite food, so I go to Link's Pavilion for that. I love Jai Jawan for his fish. Old school Chinese, if you want to eat, then it's Link's Pavilion in Kolaba. Apart from that, I prefer eating, when I'm in Mumbai, I prefer eating at home. But yeah, these places I've been eating since I was a kid and I love these places. Vada pav is the best. What I feel is at Prabhadevi, it's a Patil Vada pav. I have not seen Foodlink delivering anything. If they come at 80, I have never seen 79. It's always 85 above. I do that personally. Commitment is one part. See, cooking is one of the most easiest job on the planet Earth. Boiling water is also cooking. It's not a rocket science. It's just you have to put on the stove and put the water and it's cooking. But cooking consistently. I have met a client. I've seen them more than 3 to 4 weddings and they say your dal makhani, your particular item, our taste just similar. That is the reason Foodlink, because it's something to do with the consistency and perfection. I think so. That is the reason clients should choose if they want a better product with the less headache. That's the tagline. If I have to put, take a better product with a less headache. If you ask me, 2 things I've learned. One is time. Once it goes, it will never come back. So do everything in the time and where it is required. And second thing is change with the trend. If you don't change with the trend, like Foodlink have adopted and given us an opportunity to adopt trends very easily and very quickly without a single question or providing all the facilities required for that. So there's one big lesson I have learned. Even if you are old school, even if your cooking method or eating method is traditional, if you don't change with the time and if you don't adopt things, you can't stand yourself in the market. So that's biggest learning I've got from my this 5.5 years journey of Foodlink.